is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
On the double.
44, Mike, 44. You run. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Shift. He's cracked.
And again this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Off play action. Edwards. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Harrington. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Kill. Check 50. Go. Watch twist.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Tackles. Check it out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. There he goes inside the 30. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Jam. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Watch the ball. Watch the shift. Watch the Check three.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Sam off.
Switch.
Like, get it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Edwards. From the gun, he'll throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go. Here we go. Time to end it. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
On 1st and 10, Beard. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very solid gain of 27. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
We don't want this.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 46.
Steve Griffin.
To throw is Edwards, operating from the gun. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they're facing a very tough 3rd and 11.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. Let's go.
Let's go.
from the gun. Edwards. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Beard under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
94.
Check 26, check 26. 6 guys.
Leo. Fight.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Sponge. No. Hey, watch it.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
No.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Looking to throw. Edwards. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver?
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
On second down, York, he'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A gain there of 21 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Beard rolling to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Protein spill.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Check, 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 check. Under 10, under 10. 10.
Big grip.
Now a handoff looking right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Here we go.
Bravo.
Now Edwards, off play action. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
Slam, slam, slam. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's got his man on the out route. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw on 3rd down. Grubbs. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Now they try the right side here. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Past the 20, 10, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That's our ball.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
In your face. Check the
Bam.
check 24. Check 24. Jump.
Speed driven.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Got it. Ready. 90 Wolf. Hey, Delta.
2nd and 11. This is Gibbons over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
Yep.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Patch it.
Blue draw Corker. Hey, seam 6. Let go.
Edwards from the gun on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll keep it on the ground. York, 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
Looking to throw. Grubbs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This is brought in at the 21. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Back. Check four. Watch out.
Hard. Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Offense has to praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Wild Bill. Check 52. Undercrunch. What?
Hey, lock it.
That's twins. He's coming. Double up.
Get it.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Okay, break.
46 to Mike. Yeah.
Edwards now on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
You got tape.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Edwards. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Drop deep.
Here's Edwards to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 46. Rip right, rip right.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. York looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. The Cowboys on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Grubbs. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And that makes it 14-10.
Is good. Makes the score Cowboys 14, Broncos 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Edwards. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll keep it on the ground. York, and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On first down, York. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. York, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Edwards. Off the play fake. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a two-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Watch twist. Go. Check your hot read. Check three.
And an alley to run. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Jam. Kill.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Dallas, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.